sure you guys all have your Docusign account connected to your KW command, and then I'm going to walk you through the steps to get your KCRAR documents put in your Docusign. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into agent.kw.com. When you log in, you'll go over to settings, which is by your little avatar here, and you're going to see this screen. If your Docusign is connected, that's great. If not, you'll have a button over here that says connect. You'll connect it. If you already have a login, it'll prompt you to log in. If you don't, it'll prompt you to create a Docusign. So once you get that created, we're actually going to jump over to Docusign. Log in. All right. This is going to be you have two parts of Docusign. One is the e-signatures, and then one is the rooms. So you should default to the e-signature site, but what we need to do is we actually need to go over to rooms. So if we click on our avatar, we'll go down to switch to rooms. And it'll open up your rooms dashboard. All right, we're going to go to My Docs. And you're going to have two sections here, Personal and Forms. Personal is going to be anything that you choose to upload, but what we're looking at right now is Forms. Now, if you belong to multiple market centers, you're going to see all of the different forms here. But if you're just at KW Platinum Partners, you're going to see your KCRAR forms, your Heartland MLS forms, and your KW 284 forms. These KW 284 forms are going to be forms that are specific to our market center. The KCRAR forms are what you're going to need to make sure we have attached. So, and actually you'll also see the KREC forms as well. Okay, so if for some reason you do not see KCRAR, what you need to do is you need to go over to your avatar again. You're going to need to go to Preferences and Integrations. Under Integrations, you're going to go about halfway down the screen. Oh, sorry, that was Notifications. You can go about halfway down the screen and you're going to see NERDS ID information. So if you know your NERDS, you're going to go ahead and put it in here. If you don't know your NERDS, and this is not filled in already, you'll see a little box that'll say, click here to find your NERDS number. It'll ask you your last name, and then it will ask you for either your phone number or your license number. Type that in, and you should find your NERDS number. Put it in here, and it'll populate Kansas City Regional Association of Realtors. There'll be a drop down, and then it's about 6 or 7 from the bottom. So make sure you go ahead and click on that. And then once you're done, you'll hit Save Changes. I don't think it's going to let me save since we've already done it. So I don't need to save. But then go back to your docs. Go to your forms again. And then confirm that those KCRAR docs are there. Now, if they're not, there could be a couple of things that we need to be looking at. The first is that it is very important that what you have for your NAR, how you're signed up in NAR, how that name needs to be here. So you need to make sure it matches correctly. You could go over here to Preferences, and I don't go by Jennifer, but for some reason NAR has me as Jennifer. So I make sure that Jennifer Olson-Paden is in the correct name. That way it can match you. The NERDS number can match you, and it'll allow you access to those forms. So you'll go here and you'll change your name to make sure that is the correct name, the name as it is in NAR. That's going to be kind of you might need to call them and confirm and see what exactly the name they have is, if you've tried a couple of variables and they don't work. So that's probably the first one. The second one is that if you don't have a NARS number, there's not a lot we can do. A NERDS number, there's not a lot we can do. You have to, by law, be part of the National Association of Real Estate Agents to have access to the forms. So that means right now, admin and anybody else that doesn't have the NERDS number, you guys can't get the documents just yet, unfortunately. So if you have any other problems, definitely reach out to either Jeff or somebody on the tech committee, and we can see if we can help you. But these are just kind of the basic steps you can walk through to get those forms in there, so you guys are prepared when we switch over from .loop to Docusign. So I hope this helped. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.